Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing my Sephora Spring Savings Event recommendations, also known as the Sephora VIB sale. I know it's almost starting in the United States. I personally don't live there. I live in Europe, so I never shop the Sephora VIB sale, but I know I have quite a few international followers that are actually from the US. And I asked you guys on Instagram if you would be interested in seeing a Sephora VIB sale recommendations video, because if you don't live in the US, then you can still see this as a recommendations video of products I would recommend. But for my US followers, I thought it'd be fun to see which products I would recommend picking up now they can save a little bit of money. So if you are new here, then hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you found it. I upload beauty videos 4 times a week and I would love it if you subscribed. But for now, if you want to see which products I would recommend for the Sephora VIB sale, then please keep watching. So basically the Sephora VIB sale, now it's called the Sephora Spring Savings Event, and you can save money while shopping on Sephora. I will have all the information linked down below, but I know if you are a beauty insider, you can get 10% off. If you are a VIB, then you get 15% off, and if you are Rouge, then you get 20% off. And basically the more you spend at Sephora, the higher tier you get. If you just sign up for an account, you are a beauty insider. Then if you spend a certain amount of money, you become a VIB, and then if you spend the most amount of money, you become Rouge. So that's basically how it works. Now my friend Emily from Emily's Makeup Bag did a recommendations video about this too, and I really liked what she said in her video, and that was basically that sometimes the Sephora VIB sale is not the best place to shop if you are not Rouge, because like I said, if you are a beauty insider or a VIB, they only save 10 or 15% on your order, which sometimes the brand's website or maybe like Cult Beauty have better deals. So keep that in mind if you are not Rouge, and even if you are Rouge, that maybe you can still get better deals somewhere else. But if you've been wanting to place a Sephora order anyway and you want to save a bit of money, then today I'm here to share which products I would recommend picking up. So let's get started. So I'm not gonna lie, I find this video very hard to do because I have a lot of products in my collection that I love and would recommend. So it's kind of hard for me to really decide which products I would recommend in this video because I don't want to recommend like 50 products or something. So I decided to just take a bit of everything, see some of my favorite products in each category, and just ones that I would really recommend picking up where you can get them on sale because maybe they're a bit more expensive. And I want to start with a bit of skincare, or well, it's basically just like a lip mask. A product I've been really enjoying and I do think it's nice to pick up during the sale are the Laneige sleeping masks. I only just tried these a few weeks ago when I got my first few. I just got a little geo set with these two in here and I've been absolutely loving them. They're making my lips super soft. These are in the scents Sweet Candy and Gummy Bear. This was like a little geo set, but I know they have so many scents available. I love putting these on my lips before I go to sleep, and I just feel like they have been really hydrating my lips really well. I know they're quite pricey lip masks. They're like about $20 for like one bottle. They're like about $20 for one full-size container, which is quite a bit of money for a lip mask. So yeah, if you can get them on sale, then I think they're really nice. I don't think these will disappoint. I know a lot of people love them, and especially like during the winter months and maybe in the beginning of the spring as well, I do struggle with a bit of dry lips, and I just feel like these have been helping my lips quite a lot with keeping them hydrated and stuff, and I just really like the consistency of these and they feel really nice on the lips. Let me see if I can show you what the consistency looks like. So this is what it looks like. It's just super creamy, sort of like a gel texture, and they just feel super nice on the lips. And I've been loving putting these on my lips when I go to bed, but also just during the day when I'm maybe like not wearing any makeup. I've been really enjoying them. So this is the first item I would recommend from Sephora, the Laneige lip sleeping masks. So I kind of want to do the recommendations in order of how I would normally apply makeup. So I want to share the recommendations in order of how I would normally apply my makeup, and I really want to recommend a foundation to you guys, and you've probably heard a lot of it. Some of you guys probably already own it, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation, and this is currently my favorite foundation in my collection. I just feel like it looks super beautiful on my skin. It looks nice and glowy, and it isn't too thick. I feel like it blends out really nice with a beauty blender, but also with a brush, and I just really like the consistency. I have mine in the shade 3 Neutral. If you didn't know, I do work for Charlotte Tilbury, so I didn't buy this with my own money, but I would totally buy this with my own money if I didn't work there, because it's truly a beautiful foundation, and I especially think if you have dry or maybe normal skin, you would absolutely love this. I know some people with oily skin think it's a bit too glowy. Those people sometimes prefer a bit more of a matte foundation. This definitely has a bit more of a glowy finish, so keep that in mind. But otherwise, I think it's a beautiful foundation. I absolutely love wearing it and it looks beautiful on my skin personally. So yeah, that is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is a medium coverage foundation, by the way. Another foundation I would recommend is one I'm actually wearing right now, and this is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drops Blurring Skin Tint. I don't know why there's mascara stains on here, but it's hitting my hand. But yeah, this is a very, very nice skin tint, and even though it is a skin tint, I don't even think this has that little coverage. I do think the coverage of this is pretty good. I'm wearing this right now. I do have a bit of concealer on as well, but for the rest, I feel like this covers really well for being a skin tint. It's definitely a bit less coverage than my Charlotte Tilbury one, but it still gives, like, I think the perfect amount of coverage to my skin. Sometimes I think, like, for instance, my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer has a bit too little coverage, but this one I feel like has the perfect amount of coverage. I have mine in the shade 3, which I think is a spot on match for me. It matches me really, really well, and I just love how this product wears. It doesn't feel heavy, it feels really nice on the skin, and I know this is a product that quite a lot of people love as well. I think the finish of this is like semi-matte. It's not too glowy, but it's also not completely matte. So yeah, this is a really beautiful foundation that I would highly recommend picking up if you are looking for a nice skin tint with just a little bit more coverage than your average tinted moisturizer. Then I wanted to recommend one of my favorite liquid blushes. These are the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch liquid blushes. I have mine in the shade Bliss, which is such a beautiful shade. I'm wearing this right now with a bit of my Patrick Ta one over the top. It's kind of like a very nice peachy shade. It blends out really nicely. It looks beautiful on the face, and I absolutely love the formula of this. I have noticed I do prefer blending this out with a sponge rather than a brush. I feel like with a sponge the finish is a bit more natural and the shade blends into the skin a bit better. But this is such a beautiful liquid blush if you are looking for one. Now the shade that I have is a matte shade, but they also have one with a bit more of a dewy finish. I personally haven't tried those. This is the only one that I've personally tried, but I absolutely love this, and I think if you love liquid blushes, then this one will not disappoint. It is quite pigmented though, so a little bit of this goes a long way, and I don't know if I would necessarily pick up a deeper shade than this one, but I feel like the shade Bliss, this one is perfect for my skin tone, and I absolutely love it. Then another blush I want to recommend is the Patrick Ta Blush Duo. I know this is such a popular product at the moment, so many people love them, and I recently found out why when I bought this and started using it, because it's truly, truly beautiful. I have mine in the shade She's So LA, which I think is one of his most popular shades. So basically for the blush duos, at the bottom you have a powder blush, and then at the top you have a cream blush. And I think how Patrick Ta applies it is he first applies the powder blush and then he applies the cream blush over top. But I feel like this blush has the perfect amount of pigment to it. When I first got it, I was scared it was maybe a bit too deep for me, but it's definitely a gorgeous bronzy blush. It's not too deep for me. I can totally make this work, and it's just so beautiful on the skin. So if you don't own this one yet, then I would highly recommend picking it up during the Sephora sale, because these are quite pricey, so it's always nice if you can save a little bit of money on them. So yeah, a beautiful blush that I would highly recommend. He also has different shades that I totally want to try as well, but this is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. So then we all know I love my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer, and I have recommended that one in so many videos. So if you want a nice bronzer, then I would recommend the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. But like I said, I mentioned it in so many videos that I didn't want to share it again because it just feels a bit repetitive recommending the same products over and over. So I wanted to share a more recent discovery that I really love. This is one I got just at the end of last year, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Nude Gasm Face Palette. So this is one of the Charlotte Tilbury palettes with 4 shades in here, and I love this palette a lot. So this is what it looks like. I think I did a full review on this. I will link it down below if I have it on my channel. But basically in this palette you get one highlighter, one shade that I personally use as a blush. If you have a deeper skin tone, I think this would make a gorgeous highlighter as well. And then it comes with 2 contour shades. I personally use both of these. I usually mix them together. but this is just such a beautiful face palette. I love every single shade in here. I use every single shade. This is a beautiful glowy blush, but like I said, if you have a deeper skin tone, I think this would be a beautiful highlighter. The highlighter in here that I use as a highlighter is beautiful too. It's kind of like a golden champagne, so beautiful, and I just absolutely love this palette. I just feel like it's so beautiful, and because it is more expensive, it would be nice if you can save some money on it maybe during the Sephora sale. But even if you cannot get this on sale, I would still recommend it because I know like most people would get so much use out of this palette that it would be worth it. If you break it down, it's 75 euros, but you're getting 4 different face products from Charlotte Tilbury. One individual blush from Charlotte Tilbury is like 39 euros. One airbrush bronzer is like 50 euros. So if you look at it that way, then it's still like quite a good deal, and I just feel like a lot of people would love this palette. So that is the Charlotte Tilbury Nude Gasm face palette. If you have been looking for a nice face palette, then I don't think this one will disappoint. Then a palette that is one of the most beautiful palettes in my collection. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eyeshadow Palette. I did do a full review on this, which I will link down below as well. My description box is gonna be full. I will also have all of these products linked down below. But this is such a beautiful palette, but it's so expensive. I'm not entirely sure how expensive it is in the US, but I think in Europe it's like between 65 and 70 euros, which is kind of like the same price as a Natasha Denona palette. But for some reason, I think with Natasha Denona, we're kind of used to that price point. But with Patrick Ta, I personally wasn't used to it, so I was a little bit more shocked when I saw the price. But this is such a beautiful palette. So I would totally recommend getting this on sale because you can save quite a bit of money if you can get it with 20% off. So this is what the palette looks like. As you can see, this is just your perfect neutral warm tone palette. It's so beautiful. We have sort of like glittery shimmer shades in here. We have like regular shimmer shades. We have mattes. We even have 2 creams in here, so I feel like the variety of shades in here is so nice. And even though they're all neutrals, they're definitely different than anything else I have in my collection. I don't really own any other eyeshadow palettes that have creams in there. I don't own any other eyeshadow palettes with like these glitter toppers. So for me, this is definitely a really unique palette in my collection that I have been absolutely loving. If you only can get it full price, then maybe think about if you really need it. But if you do need it, then it is a beautiful palette that I personally love. So I just had to put this one in this video as well. Such a beautiful palette from Patrick Ta. I wanted to include my favorite Natasha Denona palette in here as well. This is the Natasha Denona Midi Retro palette, and this is definitely the most used Natasha Denona palette in my collection. I think we all know by now what this looks like because this has been out for quite a while. This palette did not disappoint me at all. It's such a beautiful palette. I even have it in my project pan at the moment because I want to get as much use out of this as I can. I'm not going to be speaking too long about this because tomorrow I'm actually sharing my spring eyeshadow palette recommendations, and I'm sharing this one as well, and I tell you a little bit more about the shades in here and also swatch something. But this is such a beautiful palette if you are wanting to try something from Natasha Denona. Really beautiful color story, and the formula is amazing as well. And then for the last 2 products of this video, I wanted to share 2 lip products that are similar but different at the same time. So the ones I would recommend are the Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Happy Kiss and then the Makeup by Mario Plumping Lip Serum. I start with the Charlotte Tilbury one. These are sort of like lip gloss, lipstick, lip balm hybrids. They're so comfortable on the lips and they make your lips feel super smooth and soft. I love this one in the shade Crystal Happy Kiss. It's just like clear with like a hint of pink to it, and it's so beautiful. I love wearing these on top of a lip liner, sort of what I'm wearing right now. I just love how this feels on the lips. It really moisturizes my lips and my lips feel super soft and hydrated, and they also look so beautiful. They have quite a few shades in this one, but Crystal Happy Kiss is definitely my favorite. And then, like I said, the Makeup by Mario Plumping Lip Serums are a little similar, but these one have like a plumping effect to them. So these tingle on the lips. It's a very light tingling, so I personally don't mind it. I just feel like it feels very fresh, but this is also a beautiful lip color. This is in the shade Bare Glow, which as you can see has a bit more pigment to it than the Charlotte Tilbury one, and it also has a bit more sparkle in there. But keep in mind that this is a plumping lip serum, so you are going to experience some tingling on your lips. If you do not like that, then I would go with the Charlotte Tilbury one. If you do like a plumping effect to the lips, then this one from Makeup by Mario is super nice. I totally want to get more shades in this, and I know this is such a popular item at the moment as well. Okay everyone, then this was it for my Sephora Spring Savings Event recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know what you think about the products I recommended in today's video, and also let me know if you're planning on shopping the Sephora sale, and if you are, let me know what is on your wish list. If you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, and thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!